Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Lili Nishmasi Mimirosir Ruspas Mordechai. We have a very chashuv guest there, Josh Brody from behind the bima. You still do it?
From Israel. We are now. Shmei Aliyah.
When? How long ago?
About 5 days ago.
Wow! Kol hakavod. The gift. What's in this box? Let's go open it up.
What's box number one?
This is from Peretz Chaim Levin. Keep it going. Let's go. Josh, pull. Let's go. Wow. We got people that. More. Is it upside down? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. It has to be this way. Peretz Chaim, really? There's some people that are trying to watch the shir.
Like a Russian doll.
Wow. Oh, that's chashuv. Tava. Let's see, I think.
It's very illuminating.
Wow. Oh, this is something we could use. This is nice. A loom.
A loom.
You go this way, that way. Yeah, this is a loom. You're going to show me how to use this? Wow. Oh, and it comes with this.
That's the shuttle.
This is the shuttle. No, show us how to do it.
I was looking for many months because anyone was coming.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you something that you know you needed.
This is chashuv, yeah.
So I was in Shiloh last week.
Yeah. Were you where?
In Shiloh.
And
I've been looking everywhere. And as I was leaving,
this better be shorter than the opening of the box.
And as I was over, I was leaving. I said, maybe you have a replica of a loom that Amud Beis in English.
Yeah. So I saw those eyes rolling.
So the manager there said, my daughter has these looms and she makes them, and this is the loom that they used to use to make the Av Natim for the Kohanim in the base of Mikdash.
This exact one.
It's a replica.
This is mamash shit. So let's go. Let's see how it works.
So basically, you have to string it. So I already started weaving it from here. I wove this myself. And
this part over here.
Yeah. The way it works is So this thing is called the comb. You lift it up and you push it through.
Let's see.
Like this. Oops. And then you go the other direction.
Yeah.
Down.
And then you go underneath this way.
That way.
Oh, he's not. He's illuminating it.
Cool. Very cool. This is great. This is awesome. Ooh, hold on. The shuttle is becoming.
No strings attached.
Look what you did. You ruined the island here. Everybody with their puns. Okay, thank you. 1 minute. Hug. Wow.
I love you so much.
I love you even more. Thank you so much. Wow.
Good job.
Unbelievable. Anybody else have a great surprise?
Yeah. This is called Panovich.
How do you pronounce this? Rahel Sandler?
It's called Panovich.
Panovich. Rahel Sandler, Rajel. Spanish-speaking Yid from Mexico. Hi, Heilige Rebelli. I saw in the shir, it was amazing. Came back an email from Daniel that said about make the shiurim with AI in Yiddish, Spanish if it's possible. Got to know that many people are going to start to make the shir in Mexico. Also, if you come, many people will be mechazik and start to do the shir even in English. And also interesting that recently I found out that at least 2 of my grandfather's brothers saying that they listen to the shir. Please keep with the Trump AI videos and the Siyum. For the Siyum, Baruch Hashem, we have a new song, Benny Friedman's album, 2 days ago, Bar Papa, featuring Baruch Levine. Please keep the amazing Daf Yomi Avodah, your Talmud, Nosson Tzvi Sandler. Unbelievable. So, talking about Spanish, I have a little surprise with Olam, but somebody else sent me.
Hey, primo! Buenos dias, Mauricio!
So, I try this out. Listen, my boys, I'm not extremely proud about this, but I speak a decent Hebrew, a very weak English, and a little bit of Yiddish. But what the island doesn't know is I speak Spanish also. I had a lot of Spanish-speaking employees, and I tried this, Stam, let's see how it would work if I did something in Spanish for the island. Here. I took like one clip.
Había un tipo se llamaba Kyle McDonald. Él quería hacer un experimento. Tenía un clip rojo para papel. ¿Qué era lo que quería? Quería ver qué podía hacer con el clip rojo para papel. Fue y le preguntó a alguien, ¿quieres intercambiar conmigo?
Yeah, voice it's AI. Okay, you got it. It's AI.
That's AI?
That's AI. Check it out. Listen.
Hasta que llegó a un generador.
The lips are a little weird.
Tenía uno, escucharon sobre esto.
It sounds like me. That sounds like me.
Intercambia con nosotros y te daremos algo. Vas a estar en una película. Entonces tomó ese papel en la película. En serio, no lo van a creer. Llegó con eso hasta tener una casa. En un año, en 2006, ya tenía una casa. Pero la idea se puede aprender de aquí.
God, the giveaway, because on the bottom it says, "Hey Jen." Okay, I got it.
De papel.
I should just cut it off.
Solo hay que empezar en pequeño.
Give out. Okay, you got the idea.
Dios, se llega a cosas en
Somebody wrote in just like a day ago. First thing, I want to thank you for the great cheer. It's unbelievable, out of this world. I would love to have the opportunity to listen to your share in my car in Amazon Music, but it doesn't come up. Please see attached. I love listening to the emails before the share sometimes, and then Shimmy puts this in like the next day. It's available on that. So we have 34 platforms that we're on. If we ever want to count how many people we have to go through all the different platforms. Hello, Rebelli. Just wanted to share the way you inspired me. If I can inspire one yid to do something crazy. I'm currently in Bangkok, Thailand for a couple of days. While my tour group was having lunch, I wandered through the market and saw a sign offering photos with tigers. Right away, I remember the pictures you shared and you posing with the lions. I thought, if Rebelli can do it, I can do it too. So I went for it. Man, this gave me such chizuk. I was able to inspire this yid. I gave him such chizuk. Attached to some pictures from my tiger encounter was an unforgettable experience, and your inspiration made it happen. Thank you for everything you do for Klal Yisrael through your shiurim and beyond. P.S. Learning Avodah Zarah every day in the taxi, surrounded by all this Avodah Zarah here, really hits different. Your Talmud, Gavrielov, Avodah Zarah, Daf Beis. His parents had a sense of humor. Their last name is Gavrielov. They called their son Gavriel.
AI.
No, this is not AI. If it was AI, his mouth would be open and like on his head. No, this is the real deal.
They drugged them.
Please see attached of not my our lines were not drugged. It depends where. I don't know how.
People were drugged.
Please see attached. Rabbi Straw. He's a Rosh Kollel here in Eretz Yisrael. We call him the Rosh Kollel. Here is he here today? No, he usually sits right over there. Where is he? He's here. Ah, that's right. Of course. Look at this picture. He was here yesterday. That's why I'm showing this. He's here yesterday. Somebody took a picture of him in England. And also the Rav during Mincha at the Biala, Peshischa, Beis Medrash in Stamford Hill. I mentioned to him that I make a point of listening to the shiurim wherever I go on buses, subway, trains, and even when flying abroad. On a different note, today I unfortunately lost my work laptop, which was only issued to me this week at my new job. New job this week. Ouch. As upsetting as that was, I realized how much more devastating it would have been had it happened to my beloved Gemara, which I also carry with me everywhere. With thanks and warm regards, Zev Gruber, Hatzlacha G'dayla. Rabbi Yisai, just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We now have 19 satellite locations in Eretz Yisrael. 19. And last night, on the spur of the moment, Baby said, could we make them a barbecue on my porch? We said yes, even though we're in the middle of construction over there. And a lot of them came. The guy from Tferi couldn't come. His wife is due any day. But most of them came from all over Eretz Yisrael. This is the CEO of, what's his name? What's the... Chazinami, Moshe Cohen speaking, giving a CEO advice to the Olam. And I think it's the future, because each guy takes responsibility, and they call up these people, and they make they're in charge of the groups, and it's unbelievable. Some of the places have 25, some have 4, and they were saying that in the beginning sometimes they had to sit by themselves in the room by themselves with the screen, but Baruch Hashem, it's growing. This week we're starting one in Dalet.
The Yehuda Davis and the Chaverim are getting together in Kahal Yedidim. You'll learn every single day, twice a day. See the shir. This is the shir that can change your life. Finish a whole Masechtas Hariyas in 13 days with animations, gishmak, stories, mishalim, jokes. Best. It'll literally change your life. Join them, be mechazik them. Look at the ad for all the details.
So the starting one in Northwest London. Be mechazik them, even if you don't want to go. Go. Jackson, Where else do we have? 5 towns. But every night?
Well, working on it. I can't think of every night.
Okay, let's go. Los Angeles. When's Los Angeles? I already said the starting time. Los Angeles, 9 o'clock at night is live right over here now. Right now, it's 9 o'clock at night. Let's go, Los Angeles. Huh? Yeah, the starting in Daled. The Hebrew, I don't know. I don't have the exact. Ask Benny. The Masech is sponsored by David Solomon, dedicated in memory of your Mori Rib Shmuel Baruch Ben Rib Chaim Tzvi Doiv. Anonymous, Anonymous, may I learning be a shield of protection and a source of unity and blessing of Am Yisrael. Joel Gedalius, Leon Nishmas, my father, Jack Gedalius. Monthly sponsors, TCS, Israel Power, my talk and save. Anonymous, Refuah Shleima, Sarah Bam Taram, and Shir Bat Sarah. Weekly sponsors, Dr. Avram Epstein and his wife, Rivka. Refuah Shleima for Shoshana Bas Rezel. Anonymous, the whole Klal Yisrael should have a good Geben Shior. Daily sponsors, Mordechai Zipazing, Zechin Nishmas. The Zera Shimshon, Rav Shimshon Chaim, Ben Reb Nachman, Michal, Zechin Tzaddik Yivrocha. Anybody want to buy the Zer Shimshon that Reb Nachman wrote? Meiz Neshama. Not he didn't write it, but he wrote it. Havaliyah may Hashem be a Melis Yosef for Rabbi Nachman Seltzer. I didn't read this yet. The one who publishes his Sfarim and all of Klal Yisrael. Karen and Penny Gilden. Where's Penny Gilden? Woo! L'zeichen Neshmasa Elisheva Liora Bas Pinchas Baruch, our oldest daughter, on her 14th yahrzeit. Hey Elul, her neshama should have an aliyah. Wow. I didn't know this, Penny. Yisrael Goldstein, Lili Nishmas, Imi Marasa Chani Yenta, Bas Reb Nisan HaKoyen on the 21st yahrzeit today. Hey, El. Mazel Tov, you get a Mazel Tov, Yisrael. You know who got engaged? In honor of the 57th anniversary of my bar mitzvah tomorrow, Vov El, Isi Bachner. Where's he? Not here. MDY Art, monthly. Refuah Shleima for Yehorat HaNeitan Ben Mashav Bracha, Refuah Shleima Mordechai Ben Esther, Refuah Hayela Daniel Zev Ben Ayel Esther. Our boys say we have a gewaldige daf today. Huh?
You said someone got engaged.
Oh, Henach Schwinger. Henach. A big part of MDY, and it's a big one. Yeah. Henach Schwinger. He's got engaged to a girl from London. I think he's in London right now. All right, Givaldik. Rabbi, we just have to take it back a couple of lines. We got to Amud Beis, Amud Aleph on top, and now we're going to go just 4 or 5 lines. Say the Raya again, it's Geshmak. I have a Shaila for the Olam. It happens here in Eretz Yisrael. Donnie, this is mamish up your alley. A lot of people, my Scheinhorn, this is up your alley. If I once had the house I built, brand new home I built in Chicago, and at the end ended up giving it to Benzi Friedman, my partner. As he became a partner, that was one of the things. So right next door there was a Shmaka house, old man that did clocks and whatever. So I went in there, schmoozed him up, and he promised me that when the time comes, when he moves out, he's going to sell me the house. Let's say that's the case. Plus he makes some sort of kinyan. Kinyak ba. At the end, he died without selling it to me. That was fine. He never moved out. Let's say he would make a kinyan. I promise you, I'm going to sell you the house when it's time to sell. And here's a kinyan. We're going to do kinyak ba. We take the yarmulke. We go like this. Is he able to? Is he able to undo the kinyan, sell to somebody else? Yes or no? What does the Olam say? You're allowed
Jewish
to?
guy? This guy?
Yeah, let's say Jewish guy. Huh?
He's definitely over.
Oh, you learned this stuff? You learned this stuff? Huh?
He's definitely over the say.
It's an essay, okay. No price agreement. No price agreement. If I sell it, I'll sell it to you. And with a kinyan. Okay, so that we're going to see. Interesting. I thought that the Americans are going to say no way, and that the Israelis are going to say for sure yes, because the Ma'aseh Shechol Yom over here in Eretz Yisrael. That's something else. You're not mechuyev. This is halacha, but you can't really sue on that. Okay, Tashma. What are we talking about? This machlekes right over here is a guy kaina b'mshicha. Can he use mashicha as a kinyan or not? Tashma. Domer Reb Chia, Bar Abba Omer Reb Yochanan, name Reb Yochanan. Benoich nerag al pachs mishav pruta. When a guy steals from a Jew less than a pruta, he gets killed for it. And there's no returning it. So simply, pshat is.
It pays before. 4 lines up.
When Reb Nachum, when I'm done with emails, I'm done with emails. Then you have to. I said where we're holding, where we're starting the whole thing. No.
4 lines up.
5 lines up. Toshma. Hey, hold on. We got to learn a little bit. Then I'll say hello to everybody. You remind me. But I need to shavai. You can't even do Shabbos Aveda. The guy's moichel, says Rashi. He doesn't. The Jew doesn't care about it less than a prutus. How are you going to give it back? And if you say the Mashiach doesn't work, where's the Gneva? How did he steal it? There's no Mashiach doesn't work. So how did he steal it? Says the Gemara, you know why he gets killed? Mishum the Tsar Yisrael, just for hurting and shepherding another Yid. Shows the chumrah of we don't die for shepherding another Yid, but it's a terrible thing to shepherd another Yid. What does it mean that you can't return it? Because he never took it. So if he never took it, you can't give it back. How did he never take it? Because he never made a kinyan. Mashiach just pulling it out of the guy's house doesn't make it his, so you can't give it back. It was always the Jews. The Jews take it in Shalom Yisrael. Asking Mariachim Seifa, this God of number 1. God of number 2 takes it from God of number 1. Hagoynev min Haganav, sort of. Neragalel. The second guy also dies. Yeah, Maisa. 2 guys walk into the jewelry shop. They see in the window. They see a gorgeous golden Rolex. So they winked at each other. Yeah. Okay, they go in. They schmooze up the owner. And as they walk out, one guy tells the other. He says, "Don't worry about it. It's in my pocket." So the guy says, "You don't worry about it. It's not in your pocket anymore." So a goynev min Haganav. The second guy gets killed. As the Gemara, I understand why the first Ganav dies. You just said because that's his punishment for causing pain to a Jew. But what did the second guy do? Why does he deserve the death penalty? He wasn't a Mitzvah Jew. Here, check this out. If anybody was wondering what's the case of 2 people stealing something that's Pachas B'Shav Prud and they both get the death penalty, here it is. Taking like a feather, which is Pachas B'Shav Prud, though. Okay, so the reason why the second guy dies is because he pulled it away from the first guy, and Mashiach does work. Shema Mino, that's a great raya. More stories. One guy tells his friend, if I ever sell my real estate, I'm going to sell it to you, and they made a kinyan. No price, kinyan. Also, he goes, typical, somebody, whatever. Somebody offered him a different price, maybe, or a good price. There's no price discussed. He went and he sold it to somebody else. Omer Rabbi Yosef, Kono Kama, you must give it back to the first guy. What price? The price of the second guy. Shalom Aleichem, what's your name?
Shimon Zimberg.
Zimberg?
Yeah.
From where?
Yerushalayim.
You drove in today, or you?
Yeah. Me and surroundings.
So Chayfetz, I didn't recognize you. Shalom Aleichem. The hair is geschmack. How's it going? Healthy? Is it true that you guys are going to open up like a little bit of a night seder by you? It's going to work? The Rashiva is on board? Don't try, do it. With a screen though. In Beis Medrash. By the Aron Kodesh. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Tzvi Friedman from Borough Park.
Shalom Aleichem.
These are my 2 nephews.
Shalom Aleichem nephews. So you're doing the shir? You do what?
So I'm close friends with Avrami Lebovits.
Ooh.
They both said, come here, give regards.
Okay, Givaldik. Send regards back.
Good morning, Avrami.
Then Givaldik, good morning, Avrami. Wow. We'll never forget that. Don't worry about it. Every morning, this good morning, Avrami. You're talking to the YouTube. I'm like, hello, there's other people going to be watching it. Man, nobody watches this thing. Who's this? Us 8 guys. Remember, he used to say that? Did he say it?
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah. You have to have a vision. a vision. Also, Zavin Shachrina. Rabbi Yosef Konakamo. Abaye argues. Though it seems like I didn't look it up in the Shulchan Aruch, it looks like the Shulchan Aruch paskins that you have to give it to the first guy. Abaye says no. Volei Posak. If you all remember, we
have to give it to the first guy, so the first guy's opinion kicks in retroactively.
Yeah. And then what?
He doesn't have to do another Kenyan.
But he has to pay for it. He has to pay the second price. We learned yesterday this idea of Posak. If you know how much a certain item costs, then you seal the deal by knowing it. Even though you didn't pay yet. I'll remind Oilam here. He knew how much it was. It says 3 shekel a liter. And then he touches the wine. He drinks the wine. He makes a yayin nesach shebi yayin nesach. And then he pays for it. That's okay. The Jew didn't make a profit on the yayin nesach. Why? Because the deal happened before he touched the wine. By knowing how much it costs. That's called Pasak. Says Abaye to Rav Yosef, Halei Pasak. They never made up a price. And how do I know that you have to make up a price? This is not. We learned yesterday in the Mishnah. You sell the wine to a guy. You made up a price. The Jew, the seller, is allowed to use the money. But if he measured the wine before they made up a price, no, it's awesome. My havi law. But the bottom line, what's the halacha? What do you mean my havi Allah? I just said, if you make up a price, then it goes to the first guy. If you don't make up a price, it goes to the second guy. No, maybe they said that it's not a good sale when it comes to yayin nesach. You have to be more machmer, but by real estate it's different. Toshma. What do you guys say about this? Show you this case over here. So this is, I have to forewarn, I don't want anybody sending an email. There's a little bit of a mistranslation in the art guys. They took the word chamar literally, like it's a donkey, which really we learned the other day. Chamar means the guy leading the donkey. But the point over here is that you have a bunch of fruit on a human being. Okay, in this case it's on the donkey. It would be much better if it was on the human. So, if the guy, and also another little bit of a problem is the guy with the thing is Jewish. Okay, a couple of haras on the AI here. So if you force the human being with fruit into your house, are you kind of the fruit or not? You made a deal with him, you're going to buy it. Or you didn't make a deal. What's the halacha? Is your house being kind of with a kinyan chatzar? What do you guys say? Why not? Oh, so here's a chiddush. Great. So we learned another chiddush today. There's a story like this. And they said, look, we can bring a raya to this. This is not Moshe Chamara Vupayalov. You schlepp the people that are your what are they called? Movers, whatever they are. Upayalov and the workers. You schlepp them into your house. Even if you agreed on a price, no kinyan. Why no kinyan, Arya? Because the product is still on the human being. He didn't take it off. No kinyan. They could both retract. We're going to go with the theme of the artist. He takes it off and he brings it in the house. Okay, he took it off. So now there's a kinyan chaser. Oh, and this is very important. It says pasak. What does pasak mean? They made up a price. Actually, even though they didn't measure.
He has over here al gabe achamor leperos.
Okay, good. So you went with that one. Yeah, there's most Amar Farish like this. Rashi seems to say chamarov.
The AI learned like that.
Yeah. It's very possible, by the way. I have no idea what AI learned. But, okay. Today you don't even say, give me a drawing based on the 7th line in Avodah Zarah base. Boom, comes out. No, not mamish. They work hours on this stuff. So you see that here, this is rise from right over here, this word pasak. If you establish a price, you cannot retract. Why? Because there's a price. But if you measure That's why I started saying the story. A guy came over to me, a Talmud Chacham came over to me after the shir. He said, so how do you pour wine in a bar? Let's say you're a bar owner and there's a bunch of goyim there. Aren't you pouring them? You're making money off yayin nesach. So what's the answer? Huh? Oh, set price. I think that's the answer. Set price. Once it's a set price, then the kinyan happens before you pour the wine. Over here, I'm not talking about that. We're talking about schlepping into your house. But if there's no set price, even if you took off the merchandise off the human being's shoulder and you brought it into your house, or off the donkey's back, both of them could retract. Another story.
Somebody mailed by the real estate also. The guy, you don't have to give it to the first guy.
Right, there's no pasak. Going back to our sugya, by us, since there's no price, they never discuss price. If you sell it to me, okay, we made a kinyan. There's no price, no pasak, no kinyan. But what if you do set a price? Now what? What if you sell a price? What if you make a kinyan? So let me ask you a question. And again, I didn't look this up. I'm just guessing. Okay, this is not a psak. But let's say here at Eretz Yisrael, the contractor sells his building way before it's built. 2 years before. He says, if you give me, make a certain kinyan, they write down a thing, selling you this dira for 2.5 million shekel, 3 million shekel. What's today's prices? I don't know. 6 million shekel. And then, prices keep on going up in Eretz Yisrael.
Ask him, he knows what the price is.
What's a brand new dira today? No. How much per meter in Bet Shemesh? 25,000 shekel. 25,000 shekel a meter. But prices go up all the time. And by the time it's ready, he turns around. The Kabbalah says, listen, I wrote it this, but I want 30,000 shekel a meter.
It happened in the Beis Shamir.
You also do real estate.
I sold an entire project, 4 or 5 buildings.
4 or 5 buildings.
And he was one of the first guys. And then the 2 bedrooms popped up by 500,000. He tried to cancel all the contracts.
You try to cancel everything.
He ended up in the court. He was forced to build for everybody, and everybody got stuck buying from a couple who didn't want to sell to them.
And he did the shoddy work. Yeah. Okay. He said, if you didn't hear, what he said is that there was a Meister Shoy in the Beis Shamir. Guy sold all these apartments. He's all excited, but then when the prices jumped, he tried to cancel everybody's contract. But then the court forced him to build. Okay. So I'm just saying that's a little different than our sugya. Let's see what the difference might be. Hold on, if I ever sell, again, this happens all the time. Rabbi, so you know this story. You want to buy an apartment for your daughter, right next to us. You go to the neighbor, you start hacking them a chaynik. They say, I'm not interested in selling right now. I'll give you a nice price. He says, listen, if I ever sell it, I'll sell it to you for $1.2 million. If I ever sell it. So they made a price. They made up a price. And kinyan. They made a kinyan, not some words. Kinyan. He sold it to somebody else for 120. The first one gets it. Why? They made a deal. They made a price. There's a posak. It's mamish the halacha posak. They made a price. They made up a price. So he asked the question. The money, the extra money forced him to sell to the second guy. No, what's the pshat? What does that mean? And you're not going to believe this. He's right. The money forced him. So the Kabbalah in the Beis Shamir, the money forced me. What's the pshat? Anybody could explain regular simple pshat here? Regular simple pshat is like this, I think. The person never wanted to sell. And he said, I'm not interested in selling. I live right over here. I live over here. I love it here. It's my neighborhood. I'm not selling. If I ever sell, then I'll sell to you for X amount. I don't want to sell today. Today I'm not selling. I'm not a contractor. I'm a regular person who wants to live here. Comes a guy and says, you know what? Not at 1.2 million. I'll give you $2 million right now to sell. So he sold it to him. Says the Yaakov ben Arab Koid, it's not pshat that he broke the deal with the first guy. The deal with the first guy never existed. if I ever sell for 1.2, I'll sell it to you. But I'm not selling for 1.2. I'm selling for 2. And 2 is not a deal that I made with you. The deal with you is 1.2. If I ever sell for 1.2 to somebody else, then you can come to me with a taina. But I never sold it for 1.2. So that deal is gone. I never said if I sell it. If I sell it for 1.2, it'll be to you. And I never sold it for 1.2. I sold it for 2 mil. MMA law, that's what it means, Zuzi and Su. Hold on. That's what it means, Zuzi and Su. Zuzi and Su means I got more money, so it's another deal. So now what if the first guy comes back? Rabbi said, first guy comes back and says, I'll give you 2 million. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a different deal.
Kinyan they made a kinyan, right?
On 1.2. 1.2 never happened.
He never really meant it. That's what you're saying.
No,
I'm not moving. He didn't really mean it.
He meant it. That if I need to sell for 1.2, I mean it. Then I'll sell it to you.
It's not a real.
Anyway.
It's not a real right of first refusal.
But what do you see from here? So, tachlis.
Very good.
But Ramosha from Petach Tikva, who doesn't go to the satellite locations in Petach Tikva because the satellite location is chizik over there, and I heard he doesn't show up. But he comes here more often than he goes there.
I go there a lot.
Ah, you do go there a lot. I don't see you on video over there, so I don't know. You got to, okay. He brought up a very good point, and I'm not sure if it fits into the sugi or not, because especially not in this case. By the way, you're asking to me, Rabbi Greenman, by the way, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. You're asking to me that when a contractor makes a deal with somebody and he says, I am selling this apartment for 2 million shekels, so tomorrow he can't say I want 2.5. Why? Because he made the deal. He is agreeable to sell it, and here's the price, I'm agreeing to sell it. It's different than our sugi where he's not agreeing to sell it, and if he sells it for that price, he'll sell it to you. That's a different story. Great. There's something just to throw in. I'm not saying that this is the sugya. Want to remind the Olam the famous Gemara in Tainis, where Rashi says a crazy story, and it's kedai to remember the story. Mechuldu bar. The Gemara just says two things. Chuldu bar. So Rashi explains. Shemisu shnei bnei adam. The weasel and the well killed 2 people. What happened? Matzu ba'agada. You can find this in the Agada. A boy promised a girl he's going to marry her. Amra mimed. I don't believe you. Who's going to testify? There was a pit. And there was a weasel walking around. Amar habacher bar v'chulda edem. These are our 2 edem. Bedavar in the thing. Liyamim avar alamunasai. Of course, his bacher, he found a better shidduch. He married that woman. V'nasa acheres. He forgot about his promise. V'hoylich neibanim, and he had 2 sons. Echad nafal bar umeis. One fell into a pit and died. Ve'echad neshachtoi chulda. And the second one was bit by a weasel, umeis, and he died. Amar lo ishtoi ma maisahu shebenenu meisim b'misam shuna. She chapped in those days. She did not. Oh, an accident. There's no accident. Tell me what is going on with your life. There's something that you forgot to tell me. We had 2 sons and they're both dead now. What happened that they died b'misam shuna? V'amar la, and he told her, kach v'kach hoya ha'maisa. I was once engaged. And I promised her that the chulda and the bar are edim. The power of words. There's no kinyan, there's no nothing. There was a promise between 2 human beings, and he paid the highest price. Omar lei kedeshayme betlasa. Nusugya, Rabbi said, Bamis, nusugya. If a guy says to the second one, I need you to do an appraisal on this property, I need 3 people. The second he says 3, that means he's referring to a bezdin, like a bezdin. Oh, I forgot to show this yesterday. Where was that picture? Oh, here. 3 appraisers, like a bezdin. So in Hilchas bezdin, what's the halacha? If 2 out of 3 dayanim say X, we go with the 2 or 3 out of dayanim. So if 2 of the 3 appraisers say the value is $1 million and one says 1.5, we go with the 2. Vasut lazer shamu. No, sorry. Afilu trei migoyt loss, even 2 out of 3. Kida amri bit loss. But if you use the words, I want to hear what the 3 people say, like they say it. Ada amri bit loss. So when you say kida amri bit loss, it's worse. I need to hear from all 3. What if he says kida shayme barba? I want 4 appraisers. Since there's no such thing as a bezin of 4, bezin is only 3. So when he says 4, then he dropped the halachas of bezin. Now. Adamri barba. I'm sorry. Yeah. Barba. You need all 4. It's not enough to have 3 out of 4. The kolchkein, and certainly and certainly if he said I want to hear it out of their mouth, like we said by the 3, certainly by the 4, that also you have to hear from all 4. What happens? I want an appraisal from 3. And 3 showed up. These guys are a bunch of bozos. I want a new company, different company. He could say, I want another 3 that are better. He's right. Get another company.
Say I can go to different bezdin. I want to go to different bezdin.
Yeah. I don't like the Rav that you chose here. Why is the second company better than the first? Maybe the first one are better. You cannot go to another appraisal company. If the first guy chose 3, that's it. You go with them. Says the Mishnah, not let me see if I can find it here. Oh, shmaka stuff. A funnel. You take the funnel. You pour wine into the funnel. It comes out into the vessel of a non-Jew. Then he used it again. He went, used it again, another battle. If the bottom has a little bit of a lip, this is the best I looked for a long time. I actually have one of these. You know, the containers that you pour the gas into your car has a little bit of a lip. I don't know if you can see on this red thing on top, but Yoshi did a better job than this. This is what he did. You can see on the bottom, it's a little bit of a lip and it's a little red. You see the red over there? And let's look in. Here you go. So now, that little bit of wine is what? Yayin nesach. Why? Because I poured it into the guy's vessel. Wait a minute. Why? How does it become a yayin nesach? Nitzoik. He says nitzoik. What else could it be?
Or it could be inside.
What else?
It could be inside.
Wine inside from the guy.
It could be inside. You put it in the actual thing.
Oh, you put it in, actually. Who does that? Nobody does that.
That's what we spoke about back in the time of making.
No, that's only if you learn the Gemara, you say that. Hold on. Hamara v'chazer moded. I know what I'm doing. V'chazer moded text of Chizah Shel Yisrael. Yain also, then it's also for you to pour to the Jew because a little bit of wine on the bottom over there. Hamar mikli kli. If the non-Jew pours wine, whoever sent this to me for Shalachmanis, it's close to Castel, but not exactly. So I didn't know why he sent it to me.
I sent it. You like that?
I like it for the demonstration.
It's not. I had to send that a letter.
I apologize.
I only like sweets. That's why I sent it to you.
You apologize. Okay, he pours wine into this bowl. Whatever, the guy's pouring into here. What's aser? What is aser? He just poured, he touched it, he moved it. What's aser? Only the stuff on the bottom. Whatever's in the bottle is mutter. Why? You want to see. Hamar mikli kli. The guy is pouring from one kli to the other. As she'ira mimenu mutter, from the bottle, what's left in the bottle is mutter. Everybody's asking why. It's a good kasha, but that's the halacha.
Why are they clean lady?
Oh, v'she'ira l'toichai aser, and this bowl is awesome. Not awesome. Rabbi said we're gonna move a little bit. Fascinating stuff are coming up. Good stuff. I'm just telling you. Hanitzoik. What's a nitzoik? We're gonna be talking about that, so we need to know the stream. Where is the nitzoik from yesterday? Oh, vey. This thing. Here, check this out. Rabbi said, here it is. What's this? This is a Jew on the left pouring wine for the non-Jew on the right. There's a little wine on the bottom. And then comes another Jew. That would be problematic. If it has a lip on the bottom. If it's open like this guy, then it's not a problem. Nitzoik, right over here, right? So nitzoik means the stream of water, of whatever it is, fluid, liquid, connects two bodies of liquid. So over here you have the green, the bottle that the Jew is pouring into the flask of the non-Jew, and he has a little bit of yayin nesach on the bottom. So when it comes out, it's green. But as soon as it touches the yayin nesach on the bottom, it becomes red, it becomes yayin nesach, and it shoots up. It's like electric. It goes backwards and connects the two, and everything in the Jew's hand is yayin nesach. So we need to remember this word nitzoik, because I don't want to explain it every time. We're going to say it 10 times. Nitzoik is one connection. It's a connection.
Why did it work when they usually...
Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to move here. Shabbos is in 6 minutes, and there's a lot to do here. Vokatafris. Katafris is... If everything was in order here, it would be good. Wow. Oh, Katafris. Beautiful job that Yoshi did here. It's one body of water on top of the other. So here they're connected with a stream. Okay, and moisture that is connecting two bodies of water. So it's not considered a connection, not for the good and not for the bad. In other words, let's take that hour. We never used this. This is the first time. So Yishkoyach, I forgot his name already. Weber, what's his name that made these? Here, hold this. Your job is to hold it. Let me show you what you're going to look like, because I told Avi last night, so I'm going to tell you. There's a mamash hashgacha pratis. Somebody sent me a picture of this guy that he was in India and the train stopped, and he bought a watermelon from somebody, but he couldn't get it into the train because there was. So he held it like that for the entire ride. Shkoyach Josh, thanks for making aliyah. You're doing a phenomenal job. Okay, so check this out. We have some 7 up here. Gary, I don't know if you could see. Could you see this little hole right over here? Where?
Use the camera from the angle, from the side.
This guy. I need to see this hole right over here. Fine. I'm pouring water into our new mikvah. Now, if I filled it completely all the way to the top, that would be 40 saw. This is the bar hazriya. Okay, now, any way to see this right over here? I'm going to go a little bit slowly. You see that? You see how it's pouring from the top into the bottom? No, right over here. You see my finger? It's pouring. Not a great job on the cameras. Okay, so there's a connection between this pit right over here and this water right over here because it's streaming down the wall. Now, where's my guy? Oh, you see this guy? What happens if he dunks in the mikveh right over here? You don't have 40 saw over here, but together with this on the bottom, you have 40 saw. No connection. Even though they're connected by a nitzag, by a stream, no connection. Great. The same thing would be if this water is tamei and the bottom one is not, the connection doesn't make the bottom water tamei. Okay. You could just stay there for the whole shiur. Have a good Shabbos. Now, it's not a connection. Let's say there's some sort of hole in the ground. It is considered a connection. Omer Avuna, and here he makes up a halacha. Seems like this is the halacha. These things that we just spoke about, these connections of what? It is considered a connection when it comes to wine of a guy, Avodah Zarah wine. Bring the raya. What's your raya? We just said. Because I'm going to infer. It's a diuk. The problem is if you make a diuk, then from the second part, you're going to make the opposite diuk. It doesn't say mefurish, it's a diuk. That what? We just said, if a guy is toivel in the mikvah, it doesn't work. Mashma, that for yayin nesach, it does work. Great. Only for that, it's not considered a connect. But for yayin nesach, it is. But then, so you're just learning from an inferation. I'm kidding. Never know. Huh? You never know. That's the whole thing. You don't know if I speak Spanish or not. It might be AI. Now somebody's going to say, inspiration is a real word. Check it out.
It's like inspiration.
Oh, sorry. The next word is that if you have a crevice in the ground, you have a hole in the ground, it is considered a chibur for tumah and for tahara. So I'll do the same inferation. Only for tumah tahara it's good. It's not a chibur. Nitzak is not a chibur. Since I could infer from both places, from the ratio, opposite inferations, I'm not going to infer at all. Tanan. Now, what do we learn by us? When he used the funnel to pour wine into the non-Jews, Kli, and then he did the same thing to the Jewish one, Amud Beis. If the bottom of the funnel has a little bit of plastic thing where the wine gets stuck, it's asur. And I asked everybody, why is it asur? And what was besides the people that learned the Gemara already, what did most normal people say over here? Because of nitzoik. Because when this goes in, it looks like this, literally, or let's do this one. We'll just schmack a picture over here. This, right over here. Here, there's a nitzoik. Well, actually, this one is a little bad because it's in the kli. Fine. But, isn't it because there's a connecting stream that touched the guy's kli, goes up the stream, hits the funnel, and touches the wine in the funnel. And that wine now becomes yain esach. And now that I use that funnel on the Jewish kli, everything in the kli becomes yain esach. So you see, you see that nitzoik does work. No, check this out. Let's take this guy out of the mikvah. When he filled up, let's say this is the barrel of wine, he filled it up, he stuck the piece of the funnel into it. So yishkoyach, so now some of the wine, once he filled it up, when you ever fill up your car with the water and the radiator, all of a sudden it comes back up into the thing. Okay, so touched it, and now whatever's in the radiator is yain esach. Okay, I finally touched it. So yeah, the funnel is yain esach. No, and if he didn't touch it, okay, I think you could give you a break over here. Shkoyach, Josh, everybody, round of applause. Okay, I was kidding. But if it didn't touch, loy, there's no nitzoik chibur. So tifshay the nitzoik any chibur. So on the flip side, so either way, memanashach, either you can prove from here nitzoik is a chibur. You want to tell me it touched the actual wine, that's why it's yain esach. So then prove from here that nitzoik is not a chibur. Loy. One thing I can say for sure, we're talking about that it touched. So I'm telling you, Allah, that if it touches, excuse me. If it touches, it's 100% yain esach everything. But in the case of nitzoik, that I don't know. Nitzoik to buy, I still don't have a great answer. Toshma. Sponsor. Adar Global. Specialist in the International Financial Services. Anonymous. L'zech nishmas Reb Chaim ben Rebbe Lozor Ashkenazi. Anonymous in gratitude to Rebellion MDY for promoting Achdus Yisrael v'Ahavas Yisrael. What's this?
$100, $120.
Okay, that was that sugi. I never saw that one. Okay, by the way, here's a nice one also. This is like a mikvah on the bottom and water coming down the top. Very nice how it works these days. Okay.
We had the sugi about the bar Elliot bar.
Aryeh, this is your 7th ha'ara. I was nice for 6. Toshma hamarim ekli lekli eshamarim emenu mutar. When you start pouring. Let's do this. I don't know if it's a great idea. Let me just use this. Here, ma'ara mekli lekli. Check this out. What about the stuff that's in mid-ear? What about that? So says the Gemara, we said in the Mishnah, everything is mutter, and everything in here, when the guy does this, is asur. Says the Gemara, the beinu asur. It seems like everything in mid-ear would be asur. And why? Shema mina, nitzoik chibur. The reason why the stuff in mid-ear should be asur, if somebody grabs it in mid-ear, because of the nitzoik, it's connected. So the Gemara says he needs a chibur. I feel the gavei the modern name. Let's say, wait a minute. If you hold the nitzoik, then this whole bottle should become asur because it's all connected through the stream. The whole bottle. Says the Gemara, holy kasha. The komikativ ketufei. You do this. Like when you do a barbecue, and you have that very flammable stuff. What is it called? Lighter fluid. So only an idiot will go push it like this. the whole stream, because then you'll blow up. So what do? You do katufe, kvetch, squirt. In other words, before it hits, well, that wasn't good. But you know what I'm talking about. A little bit of, okay, I don't have to demonstrate. Well, guys, the code you can do it. You can learn from here that why do you have to do a little bit? Because if you do a whole stream, it would be a connection. But what does it say in our Mishnah? This is 100% yayin nesach. This is mutter. Everybody, wow, when we learned it, everybody's like, how's it possible? Why is this mutter? This is yayin nesach. What do you see from here? Now you can do the opposite diuk. What about what's not in here? What's in mid-ear should be 100% mutter. Okay, so I can't learn from this because from the Reish it's matched for this way, same match for that way. No maskana. Toshma. If somebody takes a barrel and pours it into a pit of yayin nesach wine, everything that comes off the barrel and downwards is aser. Why? Because of nitzai. Because of the connection between the wine in the pit and in the ear. Everything in mid-ear is aser. So Tirgum Rav Sheshes is no, don't prove from here that nitzuk is a chibur. Why is the stuff in midair also because it touched the pit? No, it's because of a different thing. But it's a guy pouring it, so that makes it also. Says the Gemara, what? Oh, Davi's question. If a guy is pouring it, so everything, that's what you all were asking. The stuff that's inside the barrel, as he's pouring this bottle, everything inside should become asur. Says the Gemara, that explains your big problem here. The koyach is only asur midrabanan. Everything that comes out of the barrel, Rabbanan said it's asur. Very simple. Avodah Zarah is done by mixing up the water with your hand. The wine. Pouring the kishkush is called. Shikshuch. Pouring wine, which is the big Avodah Zarah, that usually doesn't happen. Your cleaning lady doesn't pour wine to Avodah Zarah. What does she do? She does shikshuch, or she drinks it. Who pours wine when you have Avodah Zarah in front of you? Stop pouring from one barrel into another thing. That's not something we're concerned about. Only with the Rabbanan, and Rabbanan said only what came out of the barrel, not what's inside the barrel. So again, we have the Savyoisa, these are the wine cellars. When you pour wine for a guy, katifu katufe, you should do it like the lighter fluid, a little bit at a time, a little bit, there's no connecting stream. Inami nafitzu naputze. Here we found a little bit of a video. I saw better stuff than this, but I couldn't really find it. Check this guy out. That's milk. That's not a string. Okay? So this is not good because that would be mamash nitzoik. But I'm talking about throwing like liquid in midair and catching it in another vessel. Yeah? Not advisable during the Shabbos Suda, but people do it. Oh, sorry. That you throw it from side, one side of the place to the other. Rava told these people that pour the wine. Don't allow the non-Jew come help out, like in this case. Why? Because he's going to help you a shtickle, and you're gonna get tired, you're going to move away, and then he has full control over it. Because of then everything that he pours out is koichai. Let's just do this real quickly because this is gishmak. So, I've been waiting the whole shir for this. Mamish, murdik stuff. Especially this unbelievable wine. Here we have a bowl. Here we have a gishta. In the time of the Gemara, they didn't have plastic. They didn't have tubes. So they took a hollow, let's say bamboo, and they connected two pieces, like you see on the side of your Gemara, like they made a V out of it. And then, like that, they would siphon wine out. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know. We'll try. Talking about gasoline, Maisa Shahaya. I was on the way back from a place that's outside of Eretz Yisrael, where you do scuba diving. before I was a Magid Shir, so I could say. I went to Eilat. And you have to drive for a crazy amount, no gas stations. And all of a sudden, look, I'm on empty. You know that feeling when you're on empty?
The nanachs.
Yeah, you remember that one? Very good. So anyways, I'm going crazy. Like, I'm not a person that usually, but I'm going for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm on empty. Now I'm minus empty. Empty, shiba empty. No gas station. And all of a sudden I see a bunch of nanachs driving by. So I flagged them down. They said, what's the matter? I said, I don't have gas. No problem. They take one of these out. They put it into their gas, and the guy started sucking it, and he drank gasoline. Anyways, this. I don't want to say this because then the guy that owns this place is going to say, I do your share, and how do you talk like that? But anyways, this is similar.
You don't like
Oh, that didn't work.
Because it's sweet, that's why.
Here we go. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, it's out. That's why. That could be an issue. I need more wine here. Hold on. One more time. Here we go. So now the guy comes and touches this. Rabbi said, check this out. He touches this. What's that halacha? The whole bottle is usher. You know why? Because if I leave it like this, it's all going to come out through here. So here is considered the whole bottle. It's coming out anyway. I just drink wine before Shachris.
It's not wine.
I don't know what to do. Rabbi said, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, I'm not allowed to have Shachris now.
You didn't make a bracha.
I can't do Birkas Kehanim. If I was a client, I love this. I'm just going to watch here. So what if Shachar is supposed to... What happened? Oh, the loom. It's the loom. Could you see it now against my shirt? Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
All right.
So Nachamol, the guy touching right over here is considered touching the whole bottle because eventually it's all going to come out through here. It's more than a nitzoik. This is a special thing. Let's see what happens. Let's just,
Anyway, this is going to be a problem.
Are you joking? This is one of the best wines you can get here in Eretz Yisrael. Okay, let's just see it inside and we're done. Rabbi said, what's the Shabbos? 10 o'clock? 9:45. 9:45. No, we got to do 10 o'clock. You know why? Because of next week at the Shabbaton, after Shabbaton Beis Hashem. 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Let's just finish this. What?
You should say 9:45.
Oh yeah, I do. I tell myself the whole time 9:45. And then the guy came and touched it.
Very cool.
So he said, it's because the nitzoik, you see, because the nitzoik works. No, since it's all going to come out through this pipe like it is right now, Rabbi, check this out, it's crazy. That's why the whole thing's considered one, and he touches the end, he touched the whole bottle. Rabbi, have a wonderful day, have a good Shabbos.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.